Hey guys, welcome back. In today's Microsoft Excel tutorials video, we would be seeing that how can we create summary report in Microsoft Excel. So summary report, first of all, let us understand that what it is actually. So it is basically a kind of report as the name suggests. And what is this type of report? It is a report that tells us that how much sales was done. Suppose we are constructing it for a sales table. So it would tell us that how much sales was done, the total amount of the sales, and for that particular item how many times that item was sold and its average. Okay, so these are the three basic things that are taken into consideration while constructing a summary report. So let us understand it in a better way with the help of an example. Here in front of your screens you all could have seen these two reports. These are actually the summary report tables. So here in this first column, if you see, then this is the items which are taken from this table. So this table is actually a data source, and the items here have been taken as the reference. Then there is the sum of sales which tells us that for that particular item how much sales were done. For example, for binder, this amount of sales was done. A total sales of this much amount for binder was done. How many invoices or how many times this binder was sold? This binder was sold around 10 times, and this means that the average amount of sale of a binder was this much. So these three criteria are important while preparing a summary report for any table. Now here in this table, you can see that we can create a summary report based on three criteria. Now what are these criteria? It could be on the basis of order date, that on which date how much sales was done, and all these three criteria. On the basis of name, that which customer purchased how much items, its count and its average. And third, on the basis of items. So we have done it for the items, and I will show you in an example how can we do it with the help of names. So this is about summary report, and there are two ways to create a summary report in Microsoft Excel. What are these two ways? One is through a pivot table, that is a simple way, and the other is somewhat lengthy way, but it is used if you have no knowledge of the pivot table or if there are some constraints. Okay. So here this first table is actually constructed with the help of the pivot table, as you can see, and this table is constructed without the usage of the pivot table. So we have used the SUMIF, COUNTIF and the average functions over here, but here we do not need to use it. We have used the pivot table over here. So let's see that how can we create it. So if we just go to this different sheet, here we have the same database, same table we have, and in the previous one we did it with the help of the items. So this time we are going to construct it or classify it on the basis of names. So first of all, I'm going to show you that how can you do or prepare a summary report with the help of a pivot table. First of all, what you got to do for that purpose is create a pivot table. Now how can you create a pivot table? We all know. Just bring your active cell inside the data source, go to insert, click on pivot table, your whole data range would be selected. You want to cross check once for error-free things, then go to existing worksheet and select any cell and then click on OK. Now from this, for the rows, what we are going to select is name. For the rows over here, then for the values, what we are going to select is the total. So the first thing is going to be the sum of the total. Now, this is the first thing that's going to be there. We all know that. The next thing is, since this total is in a currency format, we've got to change its format. So for changing the format of a field in the pivot table, what you got to do is just click on it. Here you will find this value field settings. You can just go to it. And there is this custom name, which is actually sum of total, which I'm going to go with it only. But if you want to change it to anything else, you can change it to anything that you want. Then you can go to number format. In the number format, there is this currency option. You can go to it and change its currency to anything that you want. I'm going with 0 decimal places, and the symbol I'm using is a dollar, but it's totally up to you. You can select the different symbols from here as per your wish, but I'm going with the dollar symbol. Then click on OK and again on OK. So you can see that the applied formatting. Now, after the sum, what do we want is a count of the totals. So for that, what you got to do is just drag this total once again into this values field. It will again give you sum of total, but we've got to change it to something else, that is count. So how can we do that? Similarly, as the previous one, go to value field settings by clicking on it. Here you can see these are the different functions which have been used. Now, previously we used sum, which was the default value itself. So this time we are going to use count. Similarly, you can use average, max, min, product, and all these functions from the list. Okay, so I'm going to go with count, and I'm going to name it as count of total. That's it, not two. And you can click on OK. So you can see the count is there, and we're not going to apply any formatting to it because it's simply a number. Then again, drag sum of total, just click on it, go to value field settings, and this time click on average. Change its name as average of total, go to number format and change it to currency with 0 decimals and a dollar symbol. Then click on OK and again OK, and that's it. Your pivot table summary report has been created. That was pretty simple to create, and yes, that's it. Okay, now what if you do not want to use pivot table? Then how can you create a summary report? So first of all, you got to select the item or the column name with which you want a criteria for that. So you got to select this whole column name, then press Ctrl Shift F3 from your keyboard. This will bring you this dialog box, and make sure this top row is selected. We are creating a named range over here actually, and then click on OK. So you can see that a name, this thing is created. Okay, then what we're going to do is just go to this place, and in the data tab, go to this advanced filter setting. Then you want to select this list range. So for that, just select this whole column like this, and make sure the unique records only is checked, and then you got to check this copy to another location and select this location. This will help us to find out the unique names from this name column, and then click on OK. So you can see that these names that are unique have been created over here. Then what we want is sum of them. So just go to sum, just type in sum. You can just go to format painter and format its paint like this. Then what we're going to do is make use of the sumif function for here. Okay, so how can you do that? Is just type in the formula for the sumif function. Now we already know the formula, that is press an equal sign, write sum if, then open the parenthesis. What is the range? Name is actually our range, so you got to press name, tab, then put a comma. The criteria is which is going to be presented from this particular cell. That means whenever this name is equal to Andrews, then we want the sum. Of which thing we want the sum? We want the sum for total. So you got to select this whole total like this. Okay, and then you can just close the parenthesis and press enter. So you can see that 298.65 is what we have got, and if we just cross check it with this value, then it is 299 because we haven't included any decimals in the previous one. So let's format it according to that. In the home tab, you can see that here in the number group there is this decrease decimal option. If you just decrease it to 0 and apply this dollar symbol, or you can just go and apply this currency format and then decrease the number of decimals to 0, then you can see that it has actually been exactly equal to the data that we have created from our pivot table. Okay, now the next thing is the count. So for that purpose you can also use the countif function. So simply just type in countif. The range is going to be name, put a tab, and the criteria is going to be this Andrews. Close the parenthesis, press enter. That's 3, exactly equal to this, and then we got to get the average. Press enter, and average formula is sum divided by count, or you can just go with this whole average formula. So that's the average we have got, and you can just drag this formula to everything over here and it would be applicable like this. Okay, Now if you want, you can also just go to Format Painter and apply the formatting to these things as well. And then you can also apply this all borders for a cleaner look. So that is how you can create these tables, summary reports, using two methods. One is using the pivot table and one is using normal operations. So that is all in today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.